sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Progress. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of the Seal of Progress.
The big 30-0.
Finally got myself a new microphone because the Blue Yeti one has been causing me an absolute nightmare in the last few episodes. So new laptop, a new microphone.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
Hopefully things are going to go a bit smoother audio quality wise and we can get some high quality episodes out to you lovely people on YouTube.
That's us. He's talking about us.
Looking at the series scores, Tobias is on 140 and myself is on 198, edging ever closer to 200, which is really nice to see. No new changes to the ban list. Without further ado, let's head on into today's first set, Ancient Prophecy. Ancient Prophecy was released in September 2009 and contains quite a few cards that have seen some significant meta play, as well as a lot of rubbish.
It's rubbish. It's just rubbish.
Looking at the super rares, you get things like double X-Saber Full Troll, which was instrumental in making X-Saber the best deck of the time. Jester Comfy didn't see too much play on release, but soon saw significant success in just any deck that really needed a free level 1, especially when you get to Lynx and Linkuriboh. Kawakimaru Crusade is a good way of recovering Kawakimaru monsters in the Kawakimaru deck. Archfiend Zombie Skull is an okay zombie synchro, and Turbo Cannon is pretty useless. Core Confession I like just because it's a nice way to draw cards in Kawakimaru but not too usable. And then the other super rares don't do too much. In the secret rares, things are kind of similar. None of these cards saw any significant play. Even Garda Strike wasn't too usable in the X-Sabers that were strong. Card Book on Card later saw some play in like the Battle Pack sealed draft modes, but in terms of regular Yu-Gi-Oh! These cards just weren't powerful enough at the time, and Gaia and Armor Tile are just kind of funny anime cards.
I think they're so funny.
The rares though did include a few cards that did see significant success. Flamvell Firedog, obviously instrumental in a lot of the fire synchro lists. Just being able to summon out your tuners from the deck when it destroys a monster by battle is really strong. Fulkion B also saw a lot of play in the spaceship deck, which we're kind of at a point where we can actually play, although I think we need the Lord British Space Fighter, which might be in the next set. Fortune Lady Light and Fire, the Fortune Lady's obviously debuted here, and Light is probably one of the better ones. I've always really liked because it allows decks that only focus on one type to really get the edge in combat. The Ultra Stone where cards get really interesting. Obviously Ancient Fairy Dragon is an astoundingly strong card, had to be banned and then errata to be allowed back free in the metagame at the moment, because this card just enables so much. Free special summons from the hand, easy access to field spells from the deck, this card does everything.
This is everything to me.
Double X-Saber Gossams also saw a lot of play because it was a synchro that could hand rip the opponent, and through clever loops discovered a long time later you could eventually donk the opponent's hand away using this card, and Vayu the Emblem of Honor was very good for Blackwings, just enabling them to synchro out of the grave. In the Short Prints, Kindling was an integral card of basically every fire deck, still kind of playable in Fire Kings to this day. Ancient Leaf, I remember this card used to be really sought after when we were about to enter into the Link era, and there was some leak that turned out to be false that suggested that Yu-Gi-Oh would go up to 16,000 life points, and everybody was like, oh my god, we need to get Ancient Leaf because this is just a free draw too.
I was a leak.
Nope, that never happened, so this card basically got completely bought out for no real reason.
Ha! What a bunch of suckers!
And until life points are ever changed, which I don't think they will be, this card is basically useless. In the commons, Kawakimaru Boulder is the giant rat for Kawakimaru monsters. Armored Accent Kicker is a pretty good boss for psychics. Fossil Dig obviously being a great card, just searching any level 6 or lower dino and not being a hard 1% is insane. Fairy Wind is a great card to disrupt Pendulum's Way later and other kind of continuous spell or trap based archetypes. And Fishball Blaster obviously enabled crazy OTKs. So yeah, there's a lot of individually powerful cards here. The set as a whole though is pretty weak, so I imagine our sealed match will be all kinds of dog water. Right, let's head on over to our collection. Alright, so we got pretty much 3 of every common. We did get the Beast Machine King Barbarous who I've always liked. The Brain Research Lab, I thought about this card. This card is integral for the Psychic OTK. Fishbowl Blast, we only pulled 1 of, but yeah, I guess 1 is all you really need, especially with 1 for 1, although we did only pull 1 for 1.
Oh boy, that's a tongue twister.
3 Fossil Dig, great to see 3 of that card. Double Fairy Wind, would have liked to have a 3rd one. 1 Solidarity! Really? We only got 1 of this card, and we did get 1 Full Troll and Full Helm Knight. Honestly, much like this card right at the top, I am majorly upset with these pulls.
Why would you bring me sewage?
Okay, so for this seal match, if Tabars pulled sort of as well as we did, it is going to be essentially just Big Bungus beat Big Bungus. We are running 3 armed Sea Hunter. If he battles a monster, he negates the effect of that monster in the graveyard, which is pretty cool. Must control another water though to actually use that, but for the most part, he's just a nice 1800 attacker, and if he would be destroyed, you can destroy a level 3 or lower water you control instead. So potentially the Fishbowl Blaster or the Hydro Barrier could come in clutch and save him. Armored Axe and Kick is a really strong 1 tribute monster. He's got 2200 attack, and when he kills a monster by battle, we have to take life points equal to that monster's attack, but then if we do, we get to then reborn one of our monsters from the graveyard whose attack is equal to or less than the damage we took, so a really good way of being able to recover resources. 1 Beast Machine King Barbarous because we want to live the dream and summon this massive 3800 attacker, we are playing all the machines and beast warriors we can. We've got 2 Feign the Steel Chain, this is Meluseek at home. 1 Fishbowl Blaster, we've got no shenanigans that we can do with it, but mostly he can be used as a protective tool for our armed Sea Hunter. 1 Garp the Divine Soldier, he's a 1 tribute, and on summon all monsters are changed to attack position, also their battle positions can't be changed. Once per turn you can reveal any number of fiends in the hand and he gains 200 attack for each until the end of the turn. That is never going to happen, he's just that potentially allows us to deal with Tabas's pesky defensive monsters.
Mind the gap.
3 Genetic Woman, who once a turn can pay 1000 life points to recur one of our banished psychics. That's never going to happen, but it's just a 1700 attacker. Hydro Barrier likewise is a 1900 defender, but also can be used to protect the armed Sea Hunter. Speeder is a 2200 defender who's just a machine for the Barbarous and yeah, most turns he was just going to kill himself anyway. Triple Sunlight Unicorn, just another 1800 attacker, pretty decent. And then we have got 1 Fool Troll, 1 Full Helm Knight, and double Ragigora. So Ragigora can recur back our X-Sabers from the graveyard to the hand, and then if we manage to get both Ragigora and the Full Helm Knight on the field, or 2 of them, we can then special summon the Fool Troll for a big offensive threat. And then the Full Helm Knight, once while he's on the field, can negate an attack against him, which is nice. We've got Triple Brain Research Lab. This allows us to get additional normal summons of psychic monsters, so we can potentially go Genetic Woman, use this, have a free normal summon of Axon Kicker without having to tribute any monsters, which could be really cool. And also we don't have to pay life points for our psychic monster's effects, although when it gets destroyed we then take that amount of damage instead. We've got 1 Iron Core of Korakimaru. I think Tabars and I must have made an agreement that if we were playing any Korakimaru strategy, we could utilise this card as if it was polymerization. We could just use however many we had in our collection in those sealed matches, just because it was necessary to keep our Korakimarus alive. 1 Saber Slash, this allows us to turn our X-Sabers into removal. Triple Water Hazard, this is another good way of getting monsters on the field, allowing us to freely special summon stuff like the Hydro Barrier or the Armed Sea Hunter. For our traps, we've got 2 Depth Amulet. This is a really whack way of being able to negate attacks. It's not very good though. Double Fairy Wind to destroy Tabas's Depth Amulet or Water Hazard or Brain Research Lab and inflict burn. And then Slip of Fortune is another way to negate attacks that isn't vulnerable to Fairy Wind. Well, we have 1/2 the Full Troll in hand. We've got the Ragigora. We're in pretty good shape given the Full Helm Knight can negate attacks. Sunlight Unicorn is big, just about bigger than anything we have on the field, but we do have the Armed Sea Hunter.
Crashing the
Armed Sea Hunter
into a
Sunlight Unicorn.
How long have you been in the Force?
They both fall. Ooh, well, we're going to have to go for Feign here. At least we can get in some little cheeky damage here and potentially force Tabas into attacking with his less than stellar monsters to it. Okay, right, this is going to be the Jules chain action here. We're just going to Feign and Feign, dealing a nice cool 1000 this turn. Okay, the Fulkion Beta is going to get flipped, and then same with the Cyborg Doctor. Once per turn, you can create a tuner. This looks to do with the same attribute level. Okay, I completely missed this card. It might have been worth playing. Oh no, it's not even a psychic. I was like, this guy, if it was a psychic, at least he would synergize with, you know, Brain Research Lab as a free normal summon. But no, you're just playing this guy for no real reason. Right, we're going to lose both our chains here, take quite a bit of damage.
I lost that chain years ago.
And then Tabas is going to mill out a Fulkion Beta from his deck. What the hell is this? Pixie Ring. Well, you control 2 or more face-up attack position matches depending on target your ones with the lowest attack from attack. Wow, you're on some whack stuff, Tabas. Like, what the hell are these cards? Like, we're just going to set down the Hydro Barrier. I'm in trouble. The Ancient Crimson Ape has descended. And what hope do I have? But we are going to have to use our Saber Slash here. It is just about the only way that we can actually deal with a monster that big. And we're going to go for the defensive attack with the Full Helm Knight. If we can draw Ragigora now, this would be absolutely goated. Cyborg Doctor's going to get summoned, and we're going to negate the attack. Just going to mill our top card and put the Armed Sea Hunter back to the bottom of the deck. We're into combat here. All of the elements gets flipped.
But how can we battle the elements?
So we have to send one of our monsters to the graveyard, so we only control 1 attribute. That's an easy sell. We're going to get rid of our Full Helm Knight here and then use our Sunlight Unicorn to punch on over the Cyborg. Tabas just setting and passing, we love to see it. We're going to set down our Fishborg Blaster, not that we really have a use for him, but if Tabas is only setting the Shiny Black Sea, you might have already got this game sewn up. Dark Sea Float, what the hell are these cards? Well, okay, Tabas's back row is absolutely stuffed here. We're going to set down our Fairy Wind. Not quite punching in because the Depth Amulet will shield off Tabas's life points for this turn. Falcon B will get summoned, and that does indeed negate. Well, we're going to go for the absolute wombo combo massive Fairy Wind here. We're both going to take a buttload of damage, and all of our continuous spell traps will disappear. Falcon B will clear the Fishbowl Blaster, and Tabas will get back his other Falcon B. Our Sunlight Unicorn can clear one of them, and at this point, I don't really know what Tabas's win con is. Certainly bumping into Speeder is not going to help you. The Elements is going to come down, and we're going to get rid of our Speeder. Well, we're just going to keep on punching with the Sunlight Unicorn. Don't see any reason why we should change our strategy when it's working so well. That's the game. Are we really going to have to go for the Hydro Barrier plus the Plane Research Lab?
You're spending too much time in the lab.
It's annoying. We lose access to our Armoured Axon Kicker here. And Tabas is just going to keep setting up the full. Our turn though, since Tabas left our Hydro Barrier on the field, we can shoot him off for the Axon Kicker, but we are unable to attack him through the Depth Amulet. Not sure why I didn't just attack and bait one of the attacks.
Because I'm stupid.
Okay, that time I did try and attack, and Tabas is having to discard the Emergency Assistance. Sure. Right, Falcon B is going to get summoned, and we are going to lose our little Fishborg Blaster here, letting Tabas mill out the Falcon B from the deck. Our turn, and Sunlight Unicorn is a pretty good draw. Now Tabas has nothing in his hand. We should be able to easily destroy two of Tabas's monsters here. So Falcon B will fall. We're going to take 1200. Oh, Battle of the Elements will get fired first. Obviously, we're going to lose the Sunlight Unicorn. Right, then we're going to go for the Armoured Axon Kicker, killing the Falcon B. I'll take the nice 1202, and we will curve back the Fishborg Blaster. Right, Tabas is just setting and regretting. We are just going to keep on going ham with our Axon Kicker, using him and the Full Helm Knight to easily destroy Tabas's board. Genetic Woman comes down, and this should be an easy wrap.
200 now.
Now this set has everything. Every Yu-Gi-Oh! GX good card ever printed, which makes you wonder why there's over 200 cards in this set.
Sick burn.
Anyway, looking at the Ultra Rares, just so many good bangers here. I think we only have one Cyber Dragon. I know Tabas has 3, but it would be really great if we could pick up our second or third copy. Arcus we wouldn't mind either for the Light Sworn deck. Cyber Valley is also pretty good. Wolf we don't have any of, so I'd love to pick up a couple of him. All the Elemental Hero fusions are funny but not too usable. Crystal Beast cards, I've learnt my lesson, their deck is not good.
Your big old attack can't do squat to me, bub.
Miracle Fusion though, that is a really strong card for heroes. Dive Prison as well is great. Secret Rares, we get another shot at Cyber Dragon 2. Dandelion would be insane. Disc Commander 2. Laqueri, if we pull this card, we actually have access to the Heraclinus we've been sitting on since Gladiator's Assault. Gallus is a really cool card. Malicious Edge is pretty nice. A Quest would like to pick up another couple of copies of this card because they only have one of him. Necrogarner, Phantom of Chaos, both really cool cards. Test Tiger, Ubel Line, all the Sidra fusions.
It is a little something for everyone.
Destiny Draw, Super Poly, Dark End Dragon as well as a pretty good card. Power Bond 2, I know we only have one of this card, but if we got 2 or 3 copies of it, we could really rock something crazy with the Cyber Dragons, should we pull enough of them. The Super Rare slot is probably the weakest slot in the set, although we do get things like the Plasma, which we never had access to before because it was a tin promo, and Destiny End Dragoon is quite a funny fusion monster. In the rares, there's nothing too good, but the commons contain some really cool cards that we didn't have access to before. Card Trooper, Destiny Hero Malicious, Captain Gold, Grandmaster of the Sixth Samurai, Grinder Golem, Judgment Dragon as a common, the third Mizuki for our deck, Aqua Dolphin, Grand Mole because we only have one of this card, Thunder King Ryo, Gateway of the Six, Skyscraper. Right, we're going to be opening 20 of these packs, and in each pack you're guaranteed the Ultra, the Super, and the Secret, so fingers crossed we pull really well. Right, let's head on over to the collection to see how well we did pull. Okay, just going down from the top, one card trooper is already pretty disappointing given he was a common. All the crystal cards don't matter too much. We did pick up a second Cyber Dragon, which is nice. The D cards don't matter. Did we get any Mali? We got 2 Mali.
Really don't get no better than this.
The elemental heroes we weren't too worried about, although we did get a second Stratos, which is nice. We did it, boys. We got triple Aquari and the Heraclinus. Not that he matters too much, given we already had one of this card, but I don't mind taking out a couple of copies just in case we're able to summon more than one in the course of one game. War Chariot as well. I forgot about this card. This is just like a monster effect negate for Gladiator pieces. That is just completely free. One Grandmaster for the 6 Samurai. Okay for the 6 Sams. Judgment Dragon, baby. We got one of this boy. We got the 3rd Mizuki as well, so our zombie list is looking pretty sick. 2 more Grandmal to complete our playset. Awesome. 1 Test Tiger 2. Wow, we got a load of really good cards here. A lot of things that allow us to buff out some of our favourite decks. Now looking at our sealed deck, we're basically playing heroes and gladiators.
What a perfect combination!
Starting off, we've got 1 card trooper who's just a big dude. We're playing the 1 clear Vice Dragon. We're not playing Clear World, but potentially if we can afford to tribute 2 monsters to summon this card, he can just run over anything in battle, which is awesome. 1 Cyber Dragon for the free special summon. 2 Destiny Hero Dasher. This card's just pretty decent as a 2100 tribute, and obviously allows us to get a free normal summon of a monster we draw when it's in the graveyard. Double Malicious just to be able to thin the deck. 1 Prisma who can copy any of the E-heroes that we need for the fusions, and 1 Stratos. And then the Wild Heart and the Double Woodsman to round off the heroes. Then we're playing Bestiari, Hoplo, Triple Aquari, and then the Grand Mole, Neos, and Double Sparkman for the remaining monsters. In the spells, we've got Triple E Cool, 1 Fusion Recovery, 1 O Oversoul, Triple Polymerization for our fusions, 2 Skyscraper, 1 Super Poly, which enables us to use Tabas's own E-hero monsters as our fusion material, 1 Dive Prison, 1 War Chariot, Double Hero Blast, and 2 Hero Signal. In the extract, we've just got all of our elemental hero fusions we could possibly make, as well as a few that we might not be able to make natively, but utilising something like Super Polymerization, we might be able to just rip Tabas's field away for one of these cards. Anyway, let's head into the replay. But we are going to be a little bit safe and just set down big wood, even though we could have gone a bit crazy. Right, Tabas also playing safe, just setting down 1 back row. Well, I suppose no time like the present to go on. We're just going to summon Laquari, still keep a nice and measured start, and then float the Laquari on into the Bestiari to pop Tabas's back row. The Hero Ring.
It's Commissioner Gordon.
You're really trying to obnoxious Celtic guard your hero monsters. Right, Tabas is just passing. What the hell, Tabas? How could you not have a single playable card? Right, we're going to go for the equal, grabbing your boy Prisma. Then we're going to summon the Prisma down, reveal our Terraformer, turning our Prisma. Oh, at this point I realised I didn't have the Hero Ocean in the deck, because I don't think I pulled him. Right, we're just going to send a Woodsman to the graveyard for no reason whatsoever, and just deal a decent amount of damage here, floating on into our Laquari. Honestly, probably could have played that a bit differently had I realised I didn't have Ocean. Right, the card shooters we got summoned, plus the 8 heated card, boosting him up to 2400 once Tabas has done his mills. That is big enough to clear the other round, but then Tabas just dies to the follow-up. Anyway. Let's see if when Tabas goes first, this time he's able to do something a little bit more productive than pass card troop. There we go, DD Survivor. Okay, am I going to get macroed into oblivion here? We're going to try normal summoning the card trooper and see whether we can do his effect. Okay, Tabas isn't macroing. That's kind of good because that would have actually completely stopped card trooper from being able to resolve. Alright, the Cyber Phoenix is a nice way to clear the card trooper. We're going to get a nice free draw into the Stratos. Our turn, we're going to go for the Stratos, grabbing the Wild Heart, and then clear the Cyber Dragon.
Phoenix!
I'm dead, dickhead.
Tabas's turn. Right, this hand is just glorious. Right, we're going to go for the equal, grabbing the old Woody, and then I think we just want to start the Woodsman train going here, using the Stratos to clear Tabas's Dandelion.
I am so jealous!
And then the Woodsman can craft on in and slam down another token with his thick old fist. Tabas just going to go for the Cyber Valley and the token. I don't think you can do that because you can't technically banish tokens, but whenever you can have your 2 free draws, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Right, we're just going to go for the Wild Heart and then use our Woodsman to grab a Poly from the deck. We probably could make any number of elemental fusions here, but you know, we just want to give Tabas a chance.
Don't give me hope.
We're able to discard Woodsman for hand size, meanwhile you're just setting down fluff tokens. Right, we're going to go for the Neos here just to BM Tabas a little bit. Oh, it's another fluff token generator, and so one fluff token will remain. Okay, the Necro Shade will get summoned. I mean, that is indeed something, it's not a very good thing. H Heated Hunt plus another does enable you to beat on over the Neos, which, yeah, okay, if you're sacrificing 3 cards to clear Neos, I mean, I think that's pretty much the worst trade ever. Right, we're going to go for the Laquari, summon down the Test Tiger, tribute the Test Tiger off, bring out the Murmillo, pop the old Necro Shade here, and then just go in for a nice 2300. Right, huh? I'm not quite sure how you summon the Malicious. Did you assume that Necro Shade could work on any hero monster? Anyway, not going to matter too much because we've just got the immediate outs. Okay, it might matter. The default. Alright, for our first progression deck, we are playing 6 Samurai, Warrior, Beatdown. Now, obviously the 2 best 6 Samurais are Iru and Zanji, and looking at them, one of them's a dark and one of them's a light.
Yes, I need your poetry now!
So we are indeed packing double BLS Envoy of the Beginning. We are of course also playing DD Warrior Lady, just a really good card in Warrior Toolbox. 1 Anishi, 1 Exiled Force, 1 Grandmaster as a free special, 2 Shien's Foot Soldiers to search some of our weaker 6 Samurais, 2 Immortal Bushi, another decent warrior monster who's a dark and Kamakura himself, 3 Iru obviously, 1 Kamon, Nisashi, Yaichi and Yuriza, and then triple Zanji. For the spells we've got 1 Book of Moon, 1 Cunning, which allows us to swap a 6 Sam on the field for 1 in the graveyard, 1 Graceful Charity, MST, Pot, Creamy, 1 Rota, triple 6 Samurai United, the Solidarity to boost all our warriors, and the Upstart Goblin. For the traps we're playing the Cool, Compulse, Double-Edged Sword Technique, Double Karma Cut, and the 2 Return of the 6 Samurai. Looking for a nice clean win with the 6 Sams. Hopefully I do not have to commit seppuku after this one.
That went dark fast.
Well, this is an average 6 Sam player's hand, am I right? We are just going to set down the Foot Soldier, see what Tabas is playing. Graceful plus 15 in the extra. Ooh, Light Sworn. Oh, down comes the Jane. I mean, we've got a second watcher. People are showing up for this one. More people watching this live than people watching it on YouTube, probably. Right, the Jane will punch over the Shien, and we will grab ourselves Yaichi from the deck. Tabas just passing. Did you get your mills in, Tabas? Oh, Tobias, did you do your mills? Okay, Tobias forgot to do his mills. We're just going to go for the Pot of Greed, grabbing 2 cards, and then the Rota to grab ourselves the Zanji, which we're going to slap on down and head into battle using Zanji's replacement effect to pop our Yaichi. Tobias is going to go for the Foolish, sending the Wolf from deck to grave, which is able to come back. Oh shit, things are getting real here. Premature Burial is going to get fired off too, and then the Jane is back on play. The Sunny Pixie will get summoned. I think you're trying to Mistworm me, buddy. We're gonna MST that Premature Burial. Get that shit out of here.
Language!
Yeah, I am not losing to Mistworm. But Tabas is still gonna make a Synchro 5. The Catasta! What a catastrophe for you, buddy! Get composed, idiot. Right, we're going to go for the Nisashi, double attacking, dual wield those lightsabers, deal more damage to Tabas than the Acolyte has done to the Star Wars fandom.
Topical.
Right, down comes Jane, and yep, we are losing our Nisashi here. Right, okay, return is pretty nice here. I think we've got a nice... Oh, we don't have a light and dark. How have we still not got a light and dark on both? Right, we're going to summon the Iru here, and then... Crash.
Crashing them
6 Samurai Zanji.
into a...
Jane, Lightsworn Paladin.
How long have you been in the Force?
And finally the Iru will be able to get on him for 1700, and then we're going to go for the double-edged sword technique, reviving back our Nisashi and the Zanji for the easy game 1. Position. Zanji is okay here. We're just going to go for the Combat C where the Tabas is packing something defensive, and he is. The Genis is a bit of a menace here. Now we're going to set down our 2 background and plus the turn. MST is going to get fired, and we are going to lose the double-edged sword technique here. Kind of bad to see let go. Right, Sunny Pixie and everything is going to get summoned for the Mistworm. we're gonna Karma Cut him. Thank you for also putting the Zanji back in my hand, just so I can summon him down again and do a nice, cool 1800. The goats are good enough. I'll let you keep 3 tokens, and with that, I'll just end my turn. Another set monster, fair enough. Right. Okay, we still don't have the light back. Right, we're just gonna go for the eye route, just keep on punching in. Right, Graceful is huge here. Maybe we can even get Light and Dark in the Grave without having to use our monsters. We're going to just got the DD Warrior Lady and the Return, fire down these 6 Samurai United, summon the Zanji, special summon the Grandmaster, draw 2, feel just so great about that. And yeah, this is pretty much game over. Tabasi's going to take a big 3900 here, unless he can pull off something like a JD. He has got 3 in the graveyard, so if you can get a 4th one in the grave, maybe things can turn around. Alright, the Light Swans may have let you down, Tabas, but hopefully they're going to be pretty kind to me. Can't be bothered to do the card by card because we saw a lot of these cards in the last matches.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
But we are rocking the Zombie variant, utilising 3 Mizuki, Spirit Reaper and the Vampire's Curse and Goblin Zombie to try and get some advantage that way. Of course, we are also playing the Malicious package too, so we've got Lights and Darks, so BLS is naturally a fit. Let's head on into the replay. Okay, this hand looks kind of unplayable. Right, we're just gonna have to set the Debris Dragon and hope we can live. What? Oh. ALO, level limit area B, Hydrogeddon.
Are you a monster?
Oh, you're on some crazy ass tonight, Sparks. I am 100% in approval though. Not much we can do here. Aqua Bazaar is just gonna get them all summoned. Sure. What's returning to one other water? Unfinished spell card. Oh, you saw that this card could recur back your level area B and was like, I'm going to bring this deck today. You have chosen pain, my friend.
Pain. Love it.
Right, we are going to lose our Lumina here, and second Hydrogeddon is going to get summoned from the deck. Annoyingly, we are going to have to use the Premature here, paying a hot 8 to summon back our Lumina to tribute her off for the Celestia. Celestia we're going to use to pop the Aqua Bazaar and the level limit area B. And then mill, bye-bye JD, and, well, all of those mills do nothing for us in the current scenario. That's kind of annoying, right? We cannot attack this turn, so we're just going to pass. Spar's going to fire another level of area B, and we're just going to get absolutely railed by triple Hydrogeddon. Somehow the Debris Dragon has just stuck around because he's just meaty. We're going to summon the Mizuki, turn to defense mode, and pass. We're going to tribute for the Gorgonic. I don't know why I've just done that.
You're an idiot.
We're going to tribute for the Gorgonic just so we can start milling some cards and hopefully finding it out. Although, generally speaking, I don't know how we're dealing with what's currently on board. We're just going to deck ourselves, right? We're just going to go Dragoneth, Gareth, everything's going to get milled, and we're just going to eventually die to deck out. The only thing that can possibly make things worse is the Bug Growth. Why are we doing this? Why do we keep summoning monsters that just mill cards? There's nothing in our... I don't think there's anything in our deck that helps us anyway, to be fair. We don't have a lot of spell trap removal here. Things are looking quite bad. Ooh, yes! The Reincarnation! Judgment Dragon! To my hand I call thee! And now, with more than 4 Light Swans in my graveyard, I will summon forth the monster descending from the heavens, the Judgment of the Light! His heavenly glow has deemed you unworthy, Tabas, and your field will be wiped before your very eyes.
You write that yourself?
I'll then summon my Lumina, discarding the Jane. So recur back the Jane, and then we're going to go Mizuki, summon the Vampire's Curse, and hit on in for a hot 4800 here. I just mill my entire deck here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I don't even care. We're gonna win with no cards in deck. What can you possibly do, Tabas? You've got 1 turn to live. How can you out my entire board? I won! This is the power of the Judgment Dragon. Oh my god, into game 2, I literally thought I was losing at the Monster Reincarnation. What a f***ing draw. We have text in things like Twister to hopefully deal with Tabas's problematic internal spells, and we're going to go for the Solar Recharge, discarding our Jane to draw a couple, then mill 2 more. We're just going to summon the Krebons. I was going to go for the Terraforming, grabbing the ALO from the deck. We're just going to twist to that boy. Probably not wise to have done that immediately. No way you're playing magical stone excavation. You're just going to discard 2. Gilman and the Mermaid Knight. I can't believe the ALO is that important to you.
This is everything to me.
Okay, the amphibious bug growth. Yeah, this is a decent way of being able to bypass Crabons, but honestly, it doesn't seem very good. We're going to go for the noodle bug nest here, milling 5. Ugh, none of the things we mill do anything. I guess we're just going to have to go for like the Iron Chain Dragon. No! Why? Okay, we're going to... Huh?
Can somebody please explain to me what is going on?
Oh, okay, we're going to pretend to say that was on the Iron Chain Dragon just so I lost the Crabons. Okay, well, you won that one, but I think mostly I was just kind of memeing it up here, right into the game 3. Set 3, Mizuki. Vast is going to go for the Graceful, set up his incredible end board, and we're going to make a Noodle Bug Nest, followed by the Solar Recharge, just to mill our entire deck. MST the set card, which seems really bad. We're going to get the Jowls of Demise, then we're going to go for the Fairy Wind to deal with all the continuous spell traps on the field, then we're going to go for the Burst Vitality into the pot. Summon down the Debris Dragon, summon back the thing with the Mizuki, and then we're just going to punch him in for a lot of damage here. Again. Pretty much full power Gladiator Beasts. We've got triple Bestie, we got the triple Darius, we got the double
Are you having a stroke?
the Macari, we got the Aquest, we got the Hoplo, we got the triple Aquari at last, we got the Mamillo, we got the Sam Knight, we got double Test Tiger, and we got the Andal, Bookamoon, 2 Archfiend Shield, 2 Halberd, 1 Respite, triple Proving Round, the Return, Graceful, MST, Pot, and the Preemie, plus the Cool, compulsory, 2 double tag team, 1 war chariot, and triple Say No Man. In the extra, of course, we now have our triple Heraclinus and the Gaizaurus. Now I hope you're ready to enter the Colosseum, Tobias.
Gladiators, ready?
We got Orange Tails watching us. Everybody loves enjoying these GX era standoffs here. Right, looking at our opening hand, we are pretty happy to see the Graceful as well as a couple of good Gladiator Beasts. We're going to draw 3 and then pitch the Macari and the Bestiari. Proving Round is going to grab us a nice Aquari.
Do you know how long I've waited to hear you say that?
It feels good to say that. And then we can summon the Aquari, set down our Say No Man and pass the turn. Okay, you can Lightning Vortex for 1. The White Stone of Legend! Oh my gosh, no. You're kidding me. White Stone to make the Brian Axe, and then you're going to search the Blue Eyes in the end phase. We're going to play the Say No Man here. No search for Blue Eyes, buddy? Are we just playing the White Stone as a level 1? No, really? Oh, right. I thought maybe you were playing the Blue Eyes and you can discard it with Lightning Vortex and recur it back with Creator kind of thing. Right, we're just going to go grab our request, pull back the Proving Round to hand, and then fire that off to grab the Quarry from deck to hand. We're going to give the request our Archfiend Shield, and then the Creator Incarnate will get summoned. Should be seeing it off for the Creator.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate.
Mind Trust will get discarded, and the Brionac is back in action. So we're going to lose our monster and our shield here to these incredible Chunguses, but it looks like we're still in a pretty good position given we have the Queen. We're going to play a Hot 8, recur back our best boy, and then the old Test Tiger will allow us to tribute it off, summon out from deck the Sam Knight, and then we can use Sam Knight to grab the Archfiend Shield. Then we're going to normal summon the Laquari and turn these 3 Chunguses into Heraclinos, buddy!
What's the gladiator?
3k attack with the Omni Spell Trap Negate. This card is insane! Right, we're going to give him the Archfiend Shield just so he can't be killed by battle, and then clear the Brio here. Creator is going to go sideways, which is a pretty good way of dealing with our Heraclinos. We are going to give him the Battle Halberd though, just to enable us to deal with Tobias's back row. I was just passing. Are you setting cards? Scapegoat kind of explains it. I honestly think your best play is leaving 1 card in hand and then drawing your next card, using the creator, discarding that one card to bring back the Brio, and then using the Brio to discard the one remaining card in your hand to put the Hercules back in the extra deck. But that doesn't seem to be a strategy Tobias has discovered just yet. Right, we're just going to go for the Query here, big boy here, and Tobias just passing. Maybe now, against all the odds, Tobias will find a way back. We're just going to use our guys, tune on into the Query and the Hoplo, and Tobias, have you discovered the out now? Okay, you can discard. We're just going to go for the War Chariot though, get absolutely blown out the water. See ya, creator!
All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Tobias just setting, and this is the end of the game. We're going to recur back 3 of our cards to the deck with the return, shuffle them up and draw 1. Summoning down the quest, summoning down the bestiary, going into guys out. Now I must admit, I do feel kind of bad that I keep donking Tobias. He's actually playing like Synchro era decks, he's playing decks that utilise the Synchro monsters, and I'm just donking him with GX Archetype with 1 Right, we're going to go for our set. MST is a good player to the War Chariot. We're just going to summon the Query and pass. And the Query will fall, and yeah, Pot of Greed is okay. Oh, thankfully the test type is just huge. But we're going to go for the test and the Dimikari, turning the Void into the old Murmillo, popping the Brio. Poison Match. You know that affects you, right? I don't know why we decided to keep the Murmillo when we could have kept the Dark Dimikari for a bit more damage, but not. Maybe if we thought if we didn't keep the Murmillo the effect wouldn't resolve, don't know why. Anyway, the Cyber Drone is going to come down, clean out our best boy. I was going to say we are looking to be in a bit of trouble, but the return is very good here. Shuffle 3 cards back into our deck and hope we can draw the out.
That's not out.
I'm just going to get awkward to death.
Okay, okay.
How did I know? Okay, yeah, we are going to take a hot 2400 here. Okay, we've got the Darius, just going to get bounced to hand. At this point, I don't know how I win. Well, we're going to go for the Query with the Archfiend Shield. That's going to be destroyed thanks to the MST. The Query will be able to deal with the Creator Incarnate, and we are going to be able to shuffle back into the Murmillo, popping Cyber Dragon. Tobias just setting and passing. We're going to set, summon down our Darius, head into combat, and Darius, please. Out of the orange light.
Orange. I like that. Very good.
Machine, Warrior, Dragon. I guess the Oka is a fairy, but really that just seems so much like Cope. I know he's a tuner, but come on, Tobias, you're better. Well, we're going to grab our Sam Knight with the Darius, getting ourselves the Archfiend Shield from deck to hand, and we're just going to equip that onto our Query, dealing a little bit more protection. Tobias just setting and passing, gracefully is huge here, allowing us to draw 3. And then mould our hand pretty much how we want to. We're going to use the Proving Ground as well, search out another Query, then shuffle back with the Query and the Darius. Honestly, I don't really know what we're looking for. We kind of have everything we need here, we're just decking. Proving Ground again, grabbing the Query that we just shuffled back. At least we now have the Solemn. So we're going to fuse our monsters together into the Gaizaurus, popping Tobias's White Sun 11, set down the Solemn Judgment, and this looks like we have wrapped up this game quite nicely. Okay, Tobias is trying to go off. He's going to go for the Instant Fusion, making the Brio. This doesn't matter. Alright, and that is the episode. As I said during the duels, I feel really bad that I keep beating Tobias over and over again using just like good GX Zero decks when he's trying to play some interesting synchro-focused brews. Especially that water deck, like that was an insanely well thought out deck. I really liked the creativity in using the Hydrogeddons, Level Limit, and the Divine Dragon Aqua Bizarre. And it honestly would have done pretty well against the Light Swans had I not had a pretty good sideboard to deal with back row. Anyway, next set we're going to be opening 2 core sets, Stardust Overdrive and then Absolute Power Force. Both of these sets didn't really do too much for Yu-Gi-Oh! I was going to say changed Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever, but they honestly didn't. They added a few new archetypes like the Reptilians, but they never really did anything. Even when they got the much belated legacy support, they are still kind of a trash deck. So yeah, not going to be too many changes to our progression decks, unfortunately, from those, but they should make for some interesting sealed matches. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to stay up to date with more episodes of the Sealed Foggle Chaos. Goodbye.